Hi students, so we were studying the heritage, cultural heritage of India, and we studied so many arts of India, correct? Which are new to us, we didn't know about them. Now today we are going to study about our old ancient paintings and the ancient music of India. So let's start with paintings. So what do you mean by paintings? Yes. Paintings are, and it's an art which can be expressed through lines and colors. Lines means you draw with them and you color them. Now, why are paintings done? Paintings are done with the aim to express emotions by imitating animate and inanimate objects of nature. Animate means living objects and inanimate means non-living objects. So, painting is done to express emotion by showing living or non-living objects. Now, we've seen evidence of paintings 5,000 years old from the Harappan civilization. Today also, the old paintings are visible to us. We can see them and they have been extracted by the Archaeological Department of India. We have paintings of animals and birds which are in the form of cave paintings. They are done in the cave by primitive man of Stone Age. People living in the Stone Age have done this painting and they are found in Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh. Now, generally, people used to draw geometrical designs and sketches. They also used to draw paintings of animals like elephant, deer, rhinoceros, and birds also. Now, one of the very famous cave paintings are of Ajanta Ellora, and they are incomparable. There are no paintings near to that painting. मतलब उसके जितना अच्छा painting कहीं पे भी नहीं है. Now, apart from this cave painting and other paintings, sketches of swastik, picture means Diya, Ganesh, everything. They are famous at the time of festivals and celebrations. During Diwali, we draw swastik during New Year and all. Picture also Diya ke photos we do. We do Ganesh photo during Holi, during Ganpati and all, correct? Now, we also make Ganesh photo by Rangoli in Holi, correct? And Diwali also. So this rangoli making is also very old tradition in some regions of India. During Diwali, early in the morning, the ladies of the house they make rangolis. So that's also a type of painting. Now let's come to fine arts of India. What is included in fine arts? So singing, playing, dancing, performing roles of characters and all. It's included in fine arts and it's a unique feature of Indian culture. Now, since very ancient time, entertainment के साथ moral education has been given. So, by acting as stories and in dramas and all, moral education means rules of life, values of life has been given to people through dramas and based on scriptures like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Now, out of these fine arts, let us study about music. So, Indian music is very unique in the way, by the point of view of tune, rhythm, and harmony. Our tune, our rhythms, and our harmony is very different from world. Now, music does not include only singing; it includes playing various musical instruments as well. Now, some of the various vowels of music are sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. These are called the vowels of music. Now, the music of India has two parts. One is the classical music and the second is the folk music. So, there are five ragas in classical music. Shri, Deepak, Hindol, Megh and Bhairavi. Okay, these are the five different rags of classical music, and it is believed that these rags come out of the Panchamukh of Lord Shiva. It is believed that Lord Shiva himself sings in this rag. Clear? Now, apart from these ragas, there are many literature or text which is written on music. Many books are written on music. Out of these, the three famous music books have been described below. First is the Sangeet Makrand. This is written by a music scholar known as Narad in 900 BC. And in this book, 19 Veenas and 101 rhythm are being described which are useful even today. The second Sangeet book is Sangeet Ratnakar, which was written by Pandit Sarang Dev. He lived in Devgiri or Daulatabad and he was familiar with both North and South Indian music. Now, this is a very ancient but authentic book. Authentic means we can believe on. And this book is used to be believed to have unique understanding of all aspects of music. If you want to have understanding on all aspects of music, you should read this book. The third book is Sangeet Parijat, which is very important book on music by Pandit Ahobhale. And he had written this in 1665, and this book is on northern Hindustani music. Okay, and he had noted one important characteristic of ragas, saying that rag have their own individual identity and characteristic. Means each rag has their own identity and characteristic. Each rag is different from other, and like this he has described 29 type of tunes. Now, we all know that during Alauddin Khilji's time, he had a courtier known as Amir Khusru. And he had very good contribution in music and the field of poetry. And that is why he was known as Tute Hind, which means parrot of India by the Indian history. Correct. Now, there was also a Bhakti movement which was started in India in the 15th and 16th century, in which people used to do Bhakti of God in the way of Sangeet by songs. And some of very famous people who are part of this Bhakti movement are Kabir Das, Tulsi Das, Mirabai, Narsi Mehta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All of these names are very famous in the field of Bhakti movement. Now, there were some jewels of music in the 15th century. They were Swami Haridas, Baiju Bawra, Tansen, and Tana Riri. She was known as the duet girl. She would sing in two voices. These are considered as the rare jewels of music of the 15th century. So like this, we've talked about paintings and music today. We have to perform this in the next class. So perform very well, prepare very well on it. Okay, till then, bye, take care and have a nice day.